Ricky, that was a hell of a game. What did you make of the Raiders?
Yeah, it was. It was good to be able to back up week one after trip home, and we put a lot of work into the structure of our week and the scheduling of our week with Vegas, and our preparation was to just immaculate. It was just to a T. And then spoke to the boys after, enjoyed the win in Vegas. I spoke the next day about how we've got to be professional in regards to getting on the plane and getting back here and keeping our feet on the ground, because it was very easy to sort of lose focus of what we have to do next. But it was only round one, and again today's only round two.
Extra pleasing given no Joey Tarpanay and no Xavier Savage.
Yep. Heaps it is. It's to be able to do that tonight without Joe and Xavier, the other boys who filled in at the start of the week. I said they got big boots to fill, and they got a job to do, and they did it. I think everyone sort of kept sort of saying, we're a smaller pack, and we were very confident going in regards to the players we picked to in their role they had to play in that strategy we wanted to attack with tonight.
Did you challenge Josh Papali and Corey in the absence of Joey? Because both of them.
I challenged every player. We're a good football team, and every player plays well. The last 2 weeks, I haven't had a bad player.
How impressed were you with Matty Nicholson?
I was happy for him. I gave his father a call on the way to the game, actually. He was up about 20 past 6, I think, over there. He'd already been up. I think he was as excited as Matty. And so on the way to the game, I had a good chat to Jason, and I could sense how proud he was. And he said he won't let you down. I said that's why I picked him. And he never did. He was wonderful tonight, Matty Nicholson. He was look. I had to make a decision between him and Hosco for round one. It was I wish someone else could tell the boys if they're out, because I hate letting them down. I hate disappointing them. It's my hardest job of the week. I just don't enjoy it. But you got to do it. It's part of the job, and I knew there's other blokes there so upset they're not playing too, but it's bloody hard. But he was upset in Vegas, and Andrew Bishop said it in our breakfast yesterday morning, the debutante breakfast, that the way he handled the preparation, being outside the 17, showed how good a bloke he is. In our scrimmages and our opposed work, he was professional and helped the boys prepare as best they could with him knowing he's not going to be there. And then it was nice to be able to tell him this week that he's going to be playing. So,
was it part of the plan to keep Reece Walsh out of the game, because he was basically anonymous for the entire match?
He was what?
Basically anonymous. Didn't have much of an impact.
No, we didn't play much about him at all.
Must have been sort of happy. What does it say about Zach's versatility, the way he seamlessly slotted into the middle?
Yeah, you asked me yesterday, and obviously, David, I couldn't say anything what we're going to do and how we're going to do it, but it's amazing what it does for a football team, and probably a good question for Jamal. But it's amazing from a coach sitting on the sideline, it's amazing what he can do for a football team, being that edge player. Then he can move in, he can play 13 for you, and then through Morgan on there, and he moves up and plays front row. There has not been a bad player over the last 2 weeks. I'm not going to single out anyone. But I'm happy for Zach, because his 2 games over the last 2 weeks have shown you what we missed last year with him. He was one of the best boys in the competition this time last year after about 4 or 5 rounds.
Jamal, a lot of people would have thought that Vegas trip would have taken a bit out of you and the boys, but that energy and enthusiasm out there tonight was relentless, if you ask me. How did you and boys sort of bring that turnaround to put that performance, out there for the home crowd tonight?
Yeah, I think our high performance team, Stick and Doc, put in a good plan for us on the travel back, making sure that we're trying to get sleep at a certain amount of time on the way back on the plane, so that when we touch back down in Australia, we're not losing a day or two trying to get rid of the jet lag and all that kind of stuff. And obviously the way Stick coaches, he knocks it on the head pretty quick and makes sure that, just because we won in Vegas doesn't mean we're going to roll into Broncos and get another win. So pretty much very professional. Once we got back to Australia, we knew we were playing up against a pretty red-hot Brisbane Broncos team, and I think the belief that we have in our squad at the moment, we just got to focus on ourselves and making sure that we get to the sideline physically and mentally ready to go after teams, and I think we've done that the last 2 weeks, and we've only played 2 games, and there's a whole season to go, and our challenge this year is to be consistent.
And tonight we had the biggest first game home crowd since you guys played the Broncos in 1999, and with the way you guys are playing, I can imagine there's going to be another huge crowd in 3 weeks' time when you guys play the Sharks. How great is it to, have such a great support system here at home, and how awesome is it to play in front of your home crowd? Yeah, I think it's great that we've got a 7:30 time slot early in the year when it's nice and warm, because our supporters, they spend their hard-earned money to sit out here in June, July and August when it's freezing cold, and we still get a good crowd. So it's nice for them to come out. They're not freezing. They support us no matter who we play, no matter how we're going. And us as a club and players and coach and stuff, we know we got the best supporters in the comp. So it's good that we can get a positive result for them first home game, but we've got to back that up next week and the following week.
Jamal, you've been a part of some great wins in the Raiders jumper. Where does that one sit? It looked pretty special from your scrambling defence to what the club was able to produce.
Yeah, it was definitely great, especially missing our enforcer, Joey Tarps, in the middle, and someone like Xavier, the way his football's come along in the last 12 months, he was probably our best player in Vegas, and to lose those two, it's like Stick said, it's his job to try and pick what's best for the squad, but easy thing for him is we've got depth. I think every single position at the club, there's 3 or 4 guys that could be up for selection every single week, and we've got a healthy roster at the moment. So the more that we can stay fit, stay healthy, be competitive at training, we're just going to get the benefits of that moving forward. And like Stick said, we didn't have to challenge Big Papa or Red. He challenged the whole squad, and it was good that no one shied away from it.
Jamal, you had a few missed kicks there, but then it was quite remarkable to see how the crowd really got behind you, and you slotted them after that.
Yeah.
Did that have an impact on you?
Yeah, I get pretty dirty on myself, to be honest, especially because I put so much time into my goal kicking with Jared Croker and Andrew Bishop, and then obviously my general play kicking with Bish and Ethan Sanders and Strangey and Adam Cook. We're always probably doing 3 or 4 kicking sessions a week, so I know I can kick nicely, and tonight I shanked a couple and put us under pressure, and obviously led to a couple of Broncos tries, and I'll fix it up this week coming.
But you got a response from the crowd, so that was good, right?
Yeah, that's good. It's good when we're winning. Probably wouldn't be so nice if we were on the other end of it, but it's good they get behind a couple of the kicks, but also our team.